Let's get into it. 1, 2, 3. Let's get some more. Have it in. Get some more. Let's get some more.
Why, hello, and welcome to My Whiskey Den, your favorite public access whiskey review show where craft whiskey is king. We are a proud part of the Bar Cart Co-op with other wonderful shows like Bourbon Turntable with Kevin Rose and Drew Crowley. You can see his lovely face right over here. You can hear it every Wednesday when all of his new episodes drop with Drew. Kevin, what's the new one you're doing this week?
Last night we did an interview with Steve Gorman. We were talking about the Rolling Stones' Some Girls album, which turns 45 on Friday. And I'd known that Steve really liked that album. Did not know all the reasons why till last night. So we'll have a really good time talking with him about that. We got into his new radio DJ gig in Minneapolis and his new band that is starting a little bit of a tour this summer in about 2 weeks.
Oh, wow. Very, very exciting. We also have Shannon Hood with us here this evening from Poorly Educated. She's also teaching classes all over the place. Texas, Kentucky. You're in high demand right now, aren't you?
It's so much fun. Yes, I just taught really my first class at Moonshine University today. So it was a lot of fun.
Well, I'm glad to have you here. Before we go any further, I do want to mention our other co-hosts with One Piece at a Time Distilling with Alan Bishop, where he talks about all the extremely in-depth, nerdy distilling questions you can have. And he also has, if you have ghosts, you have everything, where it gets a little more supernatural with some of the things discussed. And he's obviously busy because he also has Distillers Talk, where him and Christy Atkins go a little bit deeper than we go on our show. They really get into the nuts and bolts of distilling when you're watching that. So, Mitch, Mike, how are you doing down there?
Go ahead, Mitch.
I'm doing great. Just woke up. Still getting used to this first shift life, which is very weird for me. So I had to come home and take a solid 3-hour nap. Otherwise, you'd see me over here just kind of. So forgive me if I'm a little quiet for the first little bit. Still trying to
work your way away.
Up. Yep.
That's fair. You can handle that.
Wake up, Mitch! Wake up! That help?
Not really, but that's cool.
Oh, well.
Mike, yourself? I'm just feeling very Brady Bunch with this many people. It's kind of like very overloaded.
I was going to say, if we were the Muppets, like who would we all be as the Muppets? And I'm not Miss
That's
Piggy,
a good question.
So.
Sometimes Statler and Waldorf.
No.
Yeah.
But
The old guys in the balcony.
Yeah,
Statler
I
and
like
Waldorf.
those guys.
Yeah.
they're wonderful. They made most of the shows for me.
Yes. But a lot of times I feel
Mitch-
like Sam the Eagle.
Mitch looks a little like Fozzie Bear. He's got kind of that Fozzie Bear vibe going.
I mean, but this magnificent mane of a beard.
waka, waka, waka.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I can't quite pull it over my face, but you know.
All right. Well, I have all of you here this evening because I wanted to do a blind American corn whiskey challenge. Just a tasting because it is one of the whiskeys I think is overlooked quite a bit, mainly because everyone only knows mellow corn as, I don't want to say, well, everyone knows of mellow corn. How about that when you're talking corn whiskey? after that, sometimes it gets a little fuzzy for a lot of people. So that's why I wanted to delve into some of them that are obviously just from America, being our show. But I had 4 samples here, and I just wanted to see what everyone thought. And no better way to do it than a blind tasting. You never have any problems doing that. So we will start out with.
Is one of these Mellocorn?
I already asked
Which one's
that. You said
Mellocorn?
No, it is not. It is not Mellocorn.
It's
Well, that's a
Platte
shame.
County Moonshine.
All Mellocorn. Like the Twix episode of Seinfeld. They're all Twix. It's all Mellocorn.
It could be. There is
Sorry,
a little
Pat.
difference
I'll
in
shut
color. No, there's a little difference in color, but you never know what I could have done to any of them. So, but no, the very first one here, which is the one we're starting with, is kind of the neon yellow. Sorry, I couldn't find normal stickers. So neon yellow is the first one we're starting with.
I thought you were talking about the whiskey was neon yellow. I was like, I hope not.
It was
I'm sitting in
grain
the
to
bad lighting here, but I hope it's not neon yellow.
Yeah.
grain to glass in Chernobyl.
Yes.
Ooh. Hey, now there's somebody making gin here in Texas that you don't want to drink because it's coming off like
Yard waste.
that color.
Oh.
Who is it?
I don't know.
All right.
Does it smell
Mike,
like dog food?
No.
I've not smelled it. I've just seen a video.
Is
Oh,
it
okay.
$500 a bottle and rhymes with Barrison?
No. They're not making gin.
No.
Oh,
All right, Mike. What are some of the flavors you're getting on the nose?
Well, I need to actually pay attention.
Yeah, I know. I had to focus your ass.
Okay.
Bring you back.
wow.
Forgot he's taking notes.
There's a lot of ethanol on this one.
And it's not as
I expected a more corny smell.
Yep.
We should be telling dad jokes all night.
I tell a dad joke at the beginning of
Morning
every
joke.
one of my shifts. So I have a few, unfortunately.
all right.
Yeah, I think I've gotten high off of the ethanol fumes.
Yeah.
I poured this out and let it sit for maybe, I don't know, 5-10 minutes or something.
Yeah, I poured this one right before we started, and it's still ethanol-y.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm kind of
It's
surprised.
still okay. It's still. It's like Sex Panther.
Tasting note number 2. Ethanol, Sex
Right.
Panther.
I think I decided
Let's
we
see
would.
how it goes with Twizzlers.
I do expect it. I do expect you to do that before this is over.
Okay.
What do you have? What was that?
So I still have the Reese's eggs from the
Okay.
the recent thing we did down here.
Okay. I did the Freddie Johnson thing, put a little in my hands, and I don't know if that just woke up my nose or whatever, but I'm starting to get more off of the nose of this. It's like a grape bubble gum.
Ooh.
Just right at that edge. Sharpness.
Hmm.
I'm not getting as much as overwhelming nose as I would have expected. How about that?
Like you wanted it to smell more
There's-
like corn.
A little bit. It was a little
That corn
flat
sweetness.
dusty, but
Yeah.
not like light sweetness, but not overly. It smells a little flat to me.
It smells like, to me, it smells like stale granola with fruit in it.
Careful.
I did not mention the store.
Right there.
I'm liking this a lot more as I sit here and mess around with it.
Definitely the more you.
It's really coming through better.
Now that I just had a moment where I swished it to the front of my mouth vigorously a second ago because of your comment. I'm getting a lot more kind of fruit flavors coming out of it. I don't know. I'm gonna try this again here now that I actually got in here, but it's a little, like you said, a little grape.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, it's like
Palates.
Fruity Pebbles.
Yes,
They
it
go well
is.
with Fruity Pebbles.
That is much different on the palate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I like the finish. It's got a decent finish. It's definitely hanging around. Not in a bad way.
I think it heats up. Oh, go ahead, Kevin. Sorry about that.
The alcohol kind of hits you at first, and then that subsides, and I think Shannon's dead on with the Fruity Pebbles thing.
Yeah.
Like for me, like halfway or 2/3 of the way is where the heat kind of builds up and then it releases.
Yeah.
And you're
Yes,
saying
there's definitely a hug, but not a straight down burn.
Yeah, it's got some proof to it. I did not swish it vigorously forward in my mouth, though. I've not tried that tasting technique yet.
I don't think we taught that today in class either.
That's the Wisconsin shit. While I was up there. Just gargle it.
Neil says like a breakfast fruit bar. I think that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Like those with the like the chewy thing with the fruit in the middle.
I was gonna say almost one that has like that little yogurt layer to it.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Because there's a creaminess.
Yeah, the yogurt
second or
covered
third time.
breakfast
Yeah.
bar.
Yeah, like the blueberry
They sell those at Aldi.
yogurt covered things.
Fruity Pebbles and coffee cake.
I like those things.
Mm-hmm.
Man, all y'all in y'all's cereal tasting notes. I haven't had cereal other than grape nuts and
Oh, I do
30
like grape
years.
nuts.
Are you in your
Real
70s,
Like
Mitch?
great nuts.
I am 34 heading on 70. I'm not gonna lie.
That explains why you took a nap earlier.
It was a great nap too. Highly recommend it. My nap lasted longer than I slept last night. So that's how you know it was a good one.
The rheumatism
No,
keeping you up.
I dig it.
Yeah, I give it a thumbs up.
Thumbs
dig
up.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thumbs up for me.
I'm going back to the nose now, and it's not like anything drastically jumps out after I had the taste of it in my mouth. It still feels a little drab compared to the tasting on it. Mm-hmm.
It's pretty decently
I'm
oily too,
one of
which I like
those-
that on the finish.
I'm one of those that would rather have it on the palate and finish than the nose because in the end, I'm not smelling it all night. I'm drinking it. So
Oh, I agree, and it does have a long finish. Like I'm definitely gonna have to reach over and get some water in a second before the next one. So, just proof-wise, I'll tell you what it is all at the end. But proof-wise, that one was only 57.8%.
Okay, that's not proof. That's ABV. Now I've got to do
ABV,
math,
sorry.
Patrick. I've got to do math.
Sorry, ABV. Then just do ABV.
So it's 115.2. Is that what you're saying?
Did you say
115.
8 or 6?
Ooh,
8. Sorry.
What?
115.6.
that proof
Okay.
gives me a good guess of what I think it is.
Well, there's several things that it could be, but yes. Now, the next one we're going to move on to the green bottle. Everyone at home, if you're keeping up, that's where we're headed to next.
This is Weller Special Reserve.
It could be.
That's in the back.
It came from America. It fits my profile.
Wow.
Xenophobic.
Whoa. Sorry, just a.
It's got a little bit of a funk to me,
Mhm.
like a rum funk kind of smell.
I get that. I was gonna say an earthy.
Are any of
compared to
these
the
finished?
the last one. This one, nope.
Are any of them finished?
I believe not.
Okay.
Nope. Sorry, I had to really think about that because the one is questionable as far as its origins.
From parts unknown.
It is kind of from parts unknown.
That's hilarious. Oh,
This
man.
one's just much more, for me, granola. Oh God, it's something underneath it. I'm still like that funk you said. I'm getting.
It's funky grass.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
this earthy note underneath it. But cereal, granola more so. Nope, I'm not gonna cheat and look at the mash bill. Sorry. I was about to. Honey Nut Cheerios, but
Neil,
I think a little deeper.
I got Cheerios down for one of my notes along with several other things.
It'd be nice if you shared some of them.
Okay.
Shots
You-
fired.
Tonight you're keeping your opinions to yourself. Tonight you're doing that.
Yeah,
That's awesome. Thank you.
yeah. Jeez, Chatty Cathy up there just won't shut up.
Right.
Yeah, so I was getting like the rum dunder funk, but then I was getting I put down State Fair smells, and it was like
Oh.
buttered corn and hay, and then I got a little
That's
whiff
good.
of Cheerios, and
I have a guess of this one then, because that is my exact tasting notes for a very particular one. State Fair in a glass.
That's an awesome.
And
tasting
it
note.
might explain that funk too.
Kind of, yeah. It's just like a darker sugar note on the nose.
We're not talking like sweaty carny, right? We're talking.
No.
Okay.
State
No.
Fair, not
Yeah,
county
that's a-
fair.
These
State
good
fair.
things about the fair.
It's a
Good
higher
things about the
higher
fair.
class
Yeah.
than fair. Yes.
Yeah,
it's
come on
the
now.
tilt-a-whirl guy with 6 priors, not 7 priors, but 6 priors.
I like this. It's like almost like a burnt toffee rather the toffee note there rather than caramel.
On the verge of being burnt, but not quite burnt.
All right.
Again, different on the palate.
It is. Definitely not as long of a finish as that first one.
No,
It's
You
a
can
little
tell-
thinner. It's thinner.
Exactly. It doesn't cling at all like the last one did.
No,
Comparatively.
and this one's hugging like right down the middle, not all over.
Both sides of my tongue are getting like a honey note to them. More than I would have thought.
This is weird. So the nose it for
Are
me
any of
ended up
these
being
from Texas?
Mm-mm.
really.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
He's lying.
Mm. I would do that, but I'm not. I don't think. No, I'm not.
Then I don't know what it is.
That's lovely. That's well balanced in my opinion because it's not all sweet. There's
Yeah.
to me it's old hay, like has kind of that earthy, funky notes instead of fresh hay or anything like that. Really balances out like raisins for some reason.
I
Okay.
get like a little bit of a clove on where you get like that earthy, funky thing in here.
Mm.
It's caramely too. Yeah, it's caramely toffee. I'm trying to think. It's almost like a popcorn, but it's not. It's like a double drizzled kettle corn.
Well, it's like if you got a mix of caramel corn and kettle corn and put them together.
Mhm.
Yes, I agree with that.
What's the age on this, Pat?
The age on that is 4 years and 4 months.
Okay. Okay. Because I'm getting a little bit of oak to it, but it's not. I don't. You typically like a lot of oaky tannins in my whiskey, but I'm getting the oak, but not in a bad way, which is good. And I agree with Mitch. I think it is pretty well balanced because it kind of hits all over the palate. It's not just a one and done kind of thing.
Sorry, I think my nose isn't working as well as normal. Like this is the second one I went back to, and I haven't had it like open up, like the nose come back different, really. Yeah.
That's good, but I don't know. It might be what I ate in the 10 minutes before I hopped on here, but I'm not getting a lot of sweetness out of that one.
No, it's not
just
super sweet.
Super unctuous. Like
even the sweet is not that sweet. It's not like
it's
sweet.
It's more of a
caramel. It's the burnt caramel. It's not.
Yeah, it's like the low sugar content molasses is kind of more what I'm thinking.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
I
hang
also
on.
get a little bit of a honeyish note, but more like the honeycomb note, not really like the super sugary part.
All right, I want to.
What's the proof of this, Pat?
The proof on this one is. Hold on here. 1 minute. 104.
Okay.
Honey sweet.
Yeah, I like that molasses note, Mitch. I think that's good. Hay and molasses and burnt caramel and state fair smells.
The good ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
If anyone in the chat guesses any of the ones that we have, because some people did get samples at Distill America, and throughout the other few things over the last 2 weeks, you can. If anyone in the chat wants to guess as to what we're having as we go along, I'll send you something else special. If you can peg it down before we get there. I guess that goes for any of you guys too. So I mean, if you guys want to take a stab at it at any point, I mean, feel free.
There'll be no stabbing tonight.
We'll be open. Fine. Fine. Then we'll just move on. We'll move on.
So OJ's not. He didn't get a sample pack.
Well,
Too soon. It wasn't him. Whoa.
I was hoping that you got those. I didn't know if you got them in from a mule or from Adam, Fred. I left a set either way just in case. So.
Man, both of these have been hard lefts from the other ones. So this is interesting.
Yeah,
Orange.
I got a feeling I know where this came from. There's kind of a Armagnac funk to it.
Ooh.
I would say so. Not overly oaky. Yeah.
Which I gotta say, the color on this for being a corn whiskey.
Hold on.
How do they do that?
Give me a second here.
Absolutely
Hey.
Hey,
insane.
hey.
Right? I'm almost pale enough that you can it's a white background.
Pull your shirt up. Pull your shirt up.
Ed Ed has not mentioned balcones yet, so that would go against the rules. But like that is like dark umber, like almost. It is, especially compared to the first one where it was
Pretty light.
Neon yellow.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
I like
for
the
a
smell
whiskey.
of this. I can't really tell you what it is, but it's just very comforting.
Yes, we're on orange, Ewalds, and everyone else out there. We moved on. We're on orange. Sounds like if the sample doesn't fit, you must have quit.
That looks yellow, like that. It's not.
Okay, please.
I'm on the right one. Here's the yellow over here.
This one too, for me, leans a little bit more on the, like you said, Armagnac. It's got like a little bit of a light funk, but more fruit coming through to it, like an apple, a raisin. I don't know, like some deeper other like molasses notes to it. There's a little bit to unpack, actually.
So this is weird because my first nose was all funk, and now it's no funk. So all like I'm getting like overwhelmingly dusty corn now.
We need the funk.
Yeah, so
Let's
why
see.
does overwhelmingly dusty corn translate to comforting for me?
Quote that one kid who just got that sponsorship. It's corn.
The fruitcake, no, Dave
Should
says.
be.
Oh,
Should have been me.
that fruitcake, I get what you mean when I'm using my left nostril more in particular here, where it's
I was thinking
dense
like a
baking cake,
yeah.
then maybe
Like
fruit.
apple.
Oh, go ahead, Kevin.
I was thinking apple cake. You ever had apple cake?
Yeah, there's definitely some of those baking spices that I associate with like apple pie and
Apple spice cake. That's what it is. Now I'm hungry.
Not enough crumble, but kind of. All right, I'm gonna go in for this.
Oh man, that's almost porty. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then none of these are finished.
what? The-
well, I think did you say one of them could be?
No, he said none of them were.
I said none
I
of
mean,
them.
that would have go with the color. The color also.
I would think so
Or-
too, man, because this is like that portier, deeper, rich notes. Ooh,
May we ask other
This-
questions, Patrick?
yes, sir.
Are any of these made in or matured in alternative woods?
I do not believe in alternative wood. There may be some, or just so we can jump to it later, there may be some that are done in alternative techniques to aging, to advance aging.
So sonic aging. They played like
They could.
Stone
Good.
Temple Pilots records.
Right around them, really close,
Yeah.
so it vibrated it at that Stone Temple
Was this
Pilot.
was this whiskey created by international recording artist Tyler Boone?
Y'all laugh, but I think I bought a whiskey that he made like last week off the discount shelf. There was some
you're the
country
one.
music star
Okay.
that
Was it
like
this one?
I don't know.
Tyler.
Have you ever watched My Whiskey Den, Mitch?
On occasion.
I don't know. Maybe there's a new version of what it is. You know what I mean? That's all.
I don't even remember the label name now. What's the actual label name? Because the largest thing on the label is homegrown.
Grown.
Boone's bourbon.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the largest thing on there is homegrown, and it was all sourced.
Yeah, it was.
I did just buy that the other week.
Oh my god! You know what you have to do, Mitch, before we go off the air is you
need to tell Ed
that at the end. You have to, at the end of tonight's show, you have to have a little taste before we leave. That's all.
I've got to find it. So I already tried it. Kevin, Westport Whiskey and Wine has a discount shelf that is amazing. So every time I go there and there's anything on it I don't have, I just buy it. And I was just like, I'll just grab one of everything real quick because they were getting rid of a bunch of stuff. And I tried that and I was like, some random country star put their name on another bourbon. It wasn't terrible from my recollection.
That's good. But,
I think they had to take the word star off the label.
It's an asterisk. It's not a star.
All right. So going back to the flavor on this one.
Yeah, this is.
So this is one that I like the nose better than the palate. It starts off really well. It's like super dark brown sugars that I really love, and then it just kind of disappears. And yeah,
it's kind of a head scratcher.
Yeah, I was gonna say that it doesn't seem like it clings on for longer, and there's a little waxy edge, but like the beginning and build up of like 2/3 of it is interesting.
Yeah.
and then it just kind of goes.
Jesus.
I love this one, so I guess my palate's honest at Shannon's because it is all lovely dark fruit, port, like sweet.
I get that like super up front. It just goes away really quickly for me.
Oh. Excuse me.
Compared to the other ones.
Does that mean you like it or you don't?
He's muted himself. I was gonna say, like you said, after about 5 to 10 seconds after the finish starts, it cuts down quick. I was gonna say, with how dense the beginning of these flavors are, it dissipates rather quickly in that manner. But it's really neat on the first half of it. I'm afraid you're working a cocktail or something. But, you okay, Mike? You're back? You're feeling all right?
Wrong pipe.
Yep.
Don't inhale the whiskey while the whiskey's in your mouth. Pro tip.
Or, trademark your new and interesting tasting technique and create a new like award show and call it like,
it's the strangler technique. I'll have to come up with
the strangler awards instead of,
Try swirling vigorously to the front of the mouth. That way you won't inhale it. I've got a Chattanooga whiskey special release that was finished in 100-year-old Oloroso cask, and the finish on this is the same thing. So if this is not finished in some sort of special barrel, then they've done some wizardry at getting
we're doing
this color, this color, and that flavor.
I think just from there's a flavor I was getting, which is what I was trying to say, before I tried to kill myself. This has hints of it to me of blue corn. It makes me think this is blue corn, and also maybe not strictly.
Well, I'll say this: it was a unique mash bill. It was a unique mash bill for this.
Okay,
different than the other ones. So, but we're one away from the end.
What's the proof on this one?
I'll get the answer to that.
My chocometer doesn't work.
It's I don't want to lie to you. I'll have an answer in like a minute. I went back. I have everything else about said thing, but this came from. This is how I got the damn sample. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I feel like that might have given me a hint as to who made it.
Oh, there's more people than you think that love those cans, but nonetheless, it could
I know.
be.
I'm just thinking about how well they travel. That's what I'm thinking.
Surprisingly, it did really well, and there's more in it than a 7.5. Who would have thought? There's like 4 more samples. So mason jar for the win. Who would have thought?
Yeah,
And it's
so
muled. It's muled,
Just-
Mitch. There's no way any one of us would ever, you know.
just throwing it out there. Who would have known? People who can convert imperial to metric, because quarts and milliliters are both units of volume. So, like, you know, just throwing that out there. Right?
Okay, Stephen Hawking.
Yeah. Well, saying my voice is a little monotonous there, Mike.
Yes, it is, Mitch.
All right, we're moving on to pink, the last one of the evening.
Sure, this is pink. Isn't it more burnt orange? Maybe,
Yeah, it's
maybe
weird
dusty
color.
salmon or something like that. Okay.
Dusty salmon, I guess, would be
Wow.
more accurate.
Are you saying it tastes like dusty salmon?
Yeah.
That'd be bad.
Someone's been buying makeup recently.
Mm. My anniversary is coming up.
The way you giggled was pretty funny, Mitch.
I'm actually going to be here for my anniversary. So if everybody can
What?
tell my
Which
girlfriend,
anniversary are we
she's
talking
amazing.
about?
Like 1 year of dating.
You didn't
Oh.
have to do that.
1 year of dating. Come on, Mitch.
What day is that?
Get the deal done, man.
Monday.
Like this coming Monday?
Yeah.
You're going to propose on the show?
Don't plan on it.
Oh, okay. Well,
Wow.
I feel
Sorry,
like that
Morgan.
would,
Spoiler alert.
so- missed opportunity there, man.
given how active she's been in the chat recently, I think she might be asleep already.
You're about to find out.
Slash,
Something
she might
from-
be like, "Don't you dare propose in front of all your nerdy friends and not my family." Like, I can
Something
see
from the
that
discount bin is about to go flying across the room.
coming. Probably not the discount bin, to be 100% honest.
Oh, there
What's
she
the
is.
heaviest bottle?
Smart enough to make it count.
Always go for the Jack Daniel's single barrel proof bottle.
When I worked at Brown Foreman, they did a deal where I got a bunch of those. That was nice. But also, holy crap, this is delicious. Smell.
Yeah.
I
This
get
is a-
kind of a little bit of the pipe tobacco, but I'm getting like, I don't know if it's because you were having Twizzlers
dusty
before.
corn.
Dusty corn, but like a hint of like the dry Twizzlers. Licorice. It's not a Twizzler. It's probably a red vine.
Would you like me to compare?
I do.
No, it's there's a humidor quality to it.
Yes.
It's not heavier than I thought it would be.
So on the nose, I get a lot of like sugar, but not like white sugar. Just kind of, it sounds weird, but if you've ever like tried to make toasted nuts where you didn't flavor them with cinnamon or something like that, you were just sugaring them, like that smell of sugar.
Well, sugar nuts is what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Just minus the nut part.
Sugar nuts.
So like boiled sugar water is what
That's
I'm
also
sugaring.
that's Mitch's stripper name too.
Except on pirate
Sugar
nights when it's Shlong Silvers. Man, I had all these dad jokes ready to go, and here I am being incredibly crude.
Oh, all right. I had a sip of it. It is, I don't know. once again, I think I like the flavor of this one better, so I'm going back.
I agree with Neil and Dave. I think there's an apple on the nose. If you don't go in too deep and just kind of take a little whiff, it comes out a lot better. Maybe like a fried apple or something.
Yeah, I put down hot apples with cinnamon. It's what it reminds, like if you're making a cobbler or an apple crisp, and you just take it out, that first big whiff of it
while you're smoking a pipe.
And you threw a few raisins in it too.
Oh
Okay,
yeah, I can see that.
So now we're to bread pudding. Is that what we're doing?
Yes.
Kinda. Yeah, this is. And the spice that the first one, when I had it first, reminded me of like a caramely spice on top of, like you said, like on top of an apple fritter, but almost it's better than a frosting drizzle. There's something going on.
I mean, I kind of backdoored into it, but that is kind of bread pudding in a glass. That guy tasting notes have been all over the place tonight.
This is delicious.
It's a good effort, boys and girls.
Oh man.
Yeah. This makes my mouth water.
I'm just waiting to see how long it sticks around on the finish here.
Oh no, I love this.
So I barely got any pipe tobacco on the nose, but man, on the palate, this is like Perique and Latakia. Like it's not the sweet like cherry tobacco, right? It's kind of the funkier, stronger smelling tobacco.
That's like your Latin stripper name, Perica Latakia.
We're going to travel the world with it.
Now in Spanish, you need to say "now on the stage" in your announcer voice.
Smoky
That's Kevin, right? Because I don't know what stage is.
I don't know what Perica Latakian means. I certainly don't know how to say the rest of that stuff. Yo quiero Taco Bell. I know that.
Smoky, I like that. You know, there's a little bit of that to the edge of it.
So it's interesting because to me, it's not really that smoky. Like this is like unsmoked pipe tobacco to me, right? Like
no. I just mean
that
like
tin. Sorry, I was just like
no. I like that because like you're saying what you're saying is just right. I'm like there is like that quality to it. I was going more with the spices in the beginning when I was taking my couple sips of it because it almost felt like the caramel apple spice that was drizzled over like an apple, the apple fritter. It just drew my attention like right away.
But as you let it sit, you can get that kind of layer of smoke.
Yes.
On your tongue.
Yeah.
Like you, and this is a bad example, but like you've been around a smoker in a confined space. And then you walk out the door into fresh air, you're still going to get that little layer of smoke that you're going to taste. But this is that in a good way. That's very poorly said.
Oh, Dave's right. Yeah, spiced and smoke. Yeah, a little allspice and cinnamon.
This develops, man. Like this is interesting because some of the first sips I got were just all those pipe tobacco notes. Now it's like y'all were talking like cinnamon apples, like maybe clover allspice, like some little super sugary fruit in the back there, like figs, dates, or raisins, something like that.
Yeah.
Yes, figs. I like that.
This is
not like a fig Newton, but very like the
like a
quality bar.
I was talking about like the fig thing before they blended into the.
Well, you could put it in a Newton. That's fine.
What's the proof on this one, Pat?
let's see here. I fed you on the last one. This is the one I don't know peep about.
What was the third one?
The third one
He
was
It is mason jar proof.
no, it was about 62.
Wow.
What was the third one? 9 was what that one was. So this
What was it?
and the third one was
The
62.
last one?
The last one is the one I don't know,
Okay.
and the third one was 62.9.
Whoa. Oh my gosh. Have y'all gone back through and smelled the previous ones after coming off of that?
I'm gonna.
The second one got
I-
wild. Like, I don't even know. Holy guacamole. And that's my Latin stripper name, actually.
Holy guacamole.
What just going back and smelling the glass.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, that buttered
Wow, I really love
popcorn.
the smell of number 3.
That's really there.
No,
That is funky state fair.
Are you back to number 2?
On the nose for me, that is
just nosing it.
it is like concentrated blueberry yogurt covering. So if you've ever gotten like blueberry or strawberry covered pretzels, like just that coating, only times like 10 for me.
I've had a lot of different.
I've also never had Lucky Charms or Fruity Pebbles.
Okay.
All those cereals y'all were talking about. So that could be what those smell like to me.
Mitch.
Morgan, get this man some breakfast
I
cereal.
think if you
never
said
do
like
that.
the blueberry pretzels, that's like blueberry cereal.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Sure.
And then
Absolutely.
Frankenberry.
Sample pack.
Yeah, Frankenberry. Oh well, no, that's the pink one. Thinking of
Yeah.
the blue
No,
one.
the blueberry and the Frankenberry. Yeah.
So
General Mills owes us a little bit of money this evening.
Morgan, don't. We're not fixing that. Please don't. I love you.
I know what you're having for your anniversary dinner.
All the cereals.
Yeah. All right. So, out of all these, did anybody have one that is their favorite this evening? One that they enjoyed the most. Not to say that the other ones weren't nice, but was there anyone that stood out? Man, I hate how this room goes from nice and light to dark during the show. It's just a pain in the ass.
I don't know if I'm ready to say favorite yet, but the fact that 4 stood out amongst the others is very surprising to me. And I'm kind of thinking I need to go back through them again, but 4 might be I might say favorite of the group.
I would have to agree. I think I love the nose. I love palate both on this one.
It was one that it had a different
It's still
twist
hanging
to it.
around.
Yeah. The bottom of my mouth still has that. It still has it hanging around. So,
It's 3 or 4 for me. Like, I think it would depend on my mood as to which one I said was best. Because 3 to me, for being 62% alcohol, drinks like something I would just have a couple glasses of. Whereas 4 is like really interesting and sweet, and I don't know. It's never had anything like either of them.
Yeah.
a little different monsters.
Yeah.
All right.
I would say 4 would be the one that I would just be sitting around and drinking out on the patio at Bushwood. And then
What mood are you in right now?
and then break out 3 about 2 pours in and said, okay, you think that's good? Try this. This is different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But Mitch, the question is, what mood are you in right now?
Very sleepy. That's my mood right now. Possibly a little hangry. You never know. I am kind of fat.
All right, Neil's saying a 4 with a strong 2. I mean, Dave like 3. I like that. All over the place. Okay, well, I'll start at the beginning. So, the yellow one is actually a store pick done by Dancing Goat Distillery. It's a 7-year aged corn whiskey. So this is a little bit shady on my part. It was sourced.
Why is it shady?
Because it was sourced.
Yeah.
So
Is that the pick from the pig?
it is the pig pick.
I've got that. It's good.
Yes, it was.
Hey,
Especially for
most things win awards. So
it actually, I think it did win a double gold in San Francisco.
How's that shady?
Because
They don't hide. They don't hide
sourced.
the fact that anything's sourced.
No, they don't. But I putting it in as
Oh,
usually it's.
So
all
you're
It could be
shady.
mellow corn.
So I was
But
shifty.
We all know
But-
you're shady.
Yeah, I know. So that's fine.
There's my bottle of the pig right there.
Yeah.
so in this scenario, you are the carnival worker.
Yes, I
Okay.
was the one who was an ass a little bit. So that's fine. That's why I wanted to do that, because you know what? Once again, once you take something, once you age it yourself, and because they did for a long time, they now have like an 8 and a 9-year-old release of it. This one just kind of slipped through the cracks. I don't remember. It was a accident. We got it at the pig, and it was a really good deal for what it was. So, let's see. 7 years and 57.8 is what that one was. It was 81 corn, 15 rye, and 4 malted barley. So little in there, but not as much overwhelming takeover from that as I would have thought. Now, number 2 is our green bottle. This one is from MB Roland. It's their Kentucky Straight Corn Whiskey. This one was picked by Namath's in Appleton, which is a grocery store, but they also do a bunch of wonderful picks of craft whiskey that give different people opportunities to taste. Actually, they have one from Dry Fly out besides this one there right now that I actually have a bottle set aside because the cask strength version is outstanding. But this one is 95% white corn, 5% malt, 4 years, 4 months, in 25-gallon ex-bourbon oak barrels. And this was the first corn whiskey they ever picked, and also the first pick they ever did with MB Roland. But like 52% alcohol. Just a really, I don't know. It was one that I liked. They're also going to be on next week. We will be having them on our show. So
Awesome.
a nice reason for them. But we also, you know how much I love their smoked dark fired whiskey. That turned my soul a few years ago into the smoked part of American whiskey, and I ever thank them for that because I love that realm. But a really neat one. I think there might actually still be a few bottles left, so go down there and check that one out. Now, the orange one is
Wood hat? Like somebody else said it, but I was.
You're right.
Yeah, Dave said wood hat.
Yeah, you are exactly right on that. That one is from Woodhead. That one is Old Blue, single barrel
Blue
cask
corn.
strength.
There you go, Mike.
Yeah, is what that one was at 62.9. And if we want to know more, we will actually be talking to Gary the week following MB Roland, because he'll be on to talk about the single barrel that we had, and get further into what he's been going on, because we haven't talked to Gary in a while. It's been a little bit since we had our cornbread like little kickoff between the 3 different distillers there. So he'll be back then. Now rolling on to number 4, where like this is the one I got in this. I don't know what's going on with my computer. We'll get that away. This is where I got this one. It was actually number 4 when I got like this. What I can tell you is apparently it was produced by some dude named Reverend Thomas Green. They used 70% apple smoked malted Ellis corn, 15% raw Ellis, and 15% distiller's malt. Now, this one, and everyone have a little taste of this one again. I want everyone else to give me an age of what you think. How old do you think this is? And sorry,
That
my
means
friend.
it's like super young and
It could be super old. It could be super
It's
old.
not
It could have been
super
laying
old.
around in someone's basement. You know how it is. Some things
I-
just don't.
I think
come
it's
the way they're
I think it's
supposed
sonically aged new make.
to. You still have to have a time frame. Dude.
A time frame?
How
I'll say
long was it in barrels or in something? Give me a bunch. 4
6
years?
hours.
6. Jesus Christ.
wow.
6 hours, man. You have a lot of faith in
I'll say 6
in
weeks.
science.
I'll say 5 seconds. 5 seconds. This is Price is Right. No, I think it's about 6 weeks.
Freaking balcones
Well,
solid.
I'll say
Brimstone
6
aging
months,
there.
just so we have a 666.
Oh, good.
I'm just saying but I'm just saying for that time frame and flavors we're talking about, I think you guys might be a little giving it shy, but
Is that
Mitch?
more too young?
What do you got?
Trying to figure it out because there's tannins and esterification in there, which take time. Well, tannins you can rush, but esterification, I don't know how you can.
Now on the center stage, tenor esterification.
That's my southern stripper name.
I don't
Don't swing
Man,
too hard; you'll knock the trailer over.
I was gonna say if you got your ass kicked by your sister named Esther, that'd be an esterification.
Oh man. Originally I was gonna say 2 months, but y'all said 6 weeks already, so I don't want to say that.
Well, it's
I'm gonna
about 110.
it's 110 proof.
You said you didn't know before. Come on,
Well,
Pat.
I can find things out.
Yeah.
I mean, I have connections. Come on, people. I'm not. I look like a dope, but I'm not.
Mike didn't say that.
I'm just gonna say 3 months. I have no idea.
We were all thinking it.
I thought he was shady, especially with that lighting situation he's
Yeah,
got
look
going
how
on now.
dark
Yeah.
he is and how light we
Yeah.
all are.
The lighting
Yeah.
problems.
The lighting problems. Well, there's
Yeah.
this door over here, so.
All
I
these
have a
stickers
door.
look the same color.
Just wait. I don't. Shannon, you want? Yeah, Shannon actually has a secret door. Wait, hey.
It'd be like Vanna White.
The speakeasy door is open.
That alarm went
Yeah.
off again.
The speakeasy door is open.
The speakeasy door is open. The speakeasy door is open.
Someone took something from the speakeasy.
I've not removed anything from the shelf.
All right. Well, this one is 9 months old.
Oh. 333, my favorite number.
Mhm. So, I think what it starts with the 70% apple smoked Ellis corn. First off, the corn and the apple smoking is a little bit different. I think that's where a lot of some of the twists come from. Is now they go back even saying that now, where that whole apple edge comes to it very heavily. But neat and interesting. So that's something that in the future possibility people could get, but not at the present moment.
So you just tricked us into liking something we can't have anymore.
Well, I might be able to get it for you. I can. There's more here. I have a few more samples of it, and there's rumors. You know, there's a reason people do test runs.
Yeah.
I think. But
Yeah.
let's go back.
This has been that one is highly regarded in certain circles.
I was impressed when I first had it, and for 9 months I was very impressed for the amount of flavor that you got out of what happened.
Yeah, I couldn't remember what the age was.
And it wasn't like the boons that you got to have here on the show before
Yeah.
we leave, Mitch. I just want to see how it goes for you.
All right.
All of these were good. Okay.
He's fucking doing it.
Is he gone?
He's going to find it. I was just fucking.
He has to get it. Don't forget the blend, by the way.
I got the blend. That's what I was going to.
I've got a blend.
Ooh, what's your blend?
But I
little
want to say
bit of
this real
all.
quick. Say this real quick before Mitch gets back with his dirt whiskey. We've got something that was made. Let's just say in secret,
Well,
and aged for 9 months, and then you've got 3 others that were fermented, distilled, aged in a quote unquote proper distillery, and that 4th one was, not, I want to say it ran away with it, but it was clearly the choice of the evening.
like I said, it's just a different. It's a different type of smoking technique that you don't normally see. As far as I'm concerned, usually American smoke, I think mesquite wood. In the Southwest, there's 4 or 5 different people doing it now, and that's what I kind of originally thought of it as, and still kind of hold to it. But this is a whole different like smoke flavor. Other people will do it, and I don't always get that heavily of an influence from it. Hickory, other things, but
Yeah.
This carried through quite heavily. So
I'd be interested in learning how they aged this, because they got really good like development of flavors without adding too many tannins in that short a time period.
Yeah. It's
We'll see. I
definitely
can't exactly give that.
mature for its
Yeah.
age.
I can't give that away on the show, Mitch, but we can talk
I
about
know,
it.
it's a thought, right? Like I would be interested in it. Also,
Oh, you did. Okay, before the combination of all of them, what is your idea of the blend this evening? You've been sitting on it for a while, Mike, so I expect you. I want you to go first.
Jeez. It on the nose, they actually meld together pretty well, I think. But I'm more concerned with the palate.
That's 2. That's 2 tonight.
Yeah.
Swirl it vigorously to the front of the mouth, Mitch. Not inhaling.
that wasn't even
it
the
into
wrong
lungs.
pipe. That was just a smell that I wasn't expecting. Holy
I feel
jeez.
like I missed something.
I poured them all together and I was like, oh, I know what this smells like, and died. So,
Mm.
Ooh, there's some really sharp things like
Yeah.
mid palate.
Yeah.
Wow.
Got like bitter.
I even stirred
apple.
my blend with a Twizzler.
It's like some weird lemon pledge,
Mm,
like chalky, like
it's fabuloso.
filliness. No, things didn't go right here. That's not. We've had this before where a blend was not the answer. This is not the answer this evening.
I don't think it's as bad as you
I
guys are making it
wasn't
out to
saying
be.
fabulous.
The
It
nose-
was fabuloso.
the nose felt like
I
being
was saying the
assaulted by
cleaner.
Smarties powder. The palate
Ooh.
is substantially better than that. So
It's not bad, but it's just not. It's not.
it's not as good as any of the 4 parts.
It's
of
not as good as this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, I'm gonna go back to a different one here. I think I'm gonna finish on 3 because I have a decent amount of that one left here. But yeah, what did you guys think as far as corn? I thought there were 2. No, as far as 2 or 3 of
No,
them.
I was laughing at Neil's comment.
Oh, I switched over to bring up a screen for a second. Yeah, it's kind of close. Yeah, I wasn't. He must have made a ratio close to mine because that did not turn out quite well there.
Yeah, I think mine's.
But
Mine
no,
was
but
heaviest 3, so I think that might be the difference.
that's fair. But no, as far as corn whiskey, I thought they at least had a little uniqueness to each of them. Even though I had people, before the show, people were really concerned mellow corn was in the tasting, and that would have been fair. But I'm glad it surprised everybody that it was vaguely only close to there. So
Yeah, I enjoyed it. These are things that I'm not familiar with, so I enjoyed tasting all of those.
so
What was the age on the Old Blue, Pat?
the Old Blue. Oh, Jesus Christ. Are you kidding me?
No,
That's
I'm not
terrible.
kidding you.
No, you should be. That's one. That's the one my wife recycled. So you're gonna have to give me 2 seconds here.
Hey, don't worry about it. It's not that big a deal. I'm just
Shan-
because the color on that one was substantially darker. So
Yeah.
I was just wondering how long it was aged. I'm guessing it might have been in a 15-gallon barrel there at Wood Hat, but I don't know.
No,
It depends because
Get that
he's got
amount
some
of
larger
red.
barrels too.
Mm-hmm.
But
I
that's
think it
why I
would
was
be
wondering.
more of the 4-ish range with him. That one is what I think.
I was wondering if it also is it all 100% blue corn, number one, or did he throw something else in there, or if it and also because Gary sometimes uses chinkapin oak.
That's
and
true.
That can get nutty.
That does throw a different quirk into what's going on. That oak, but I really like that. That's a neat twist that I'm surprised more people haven't picked up on. Because it is really good. Hold on here. I can find it. I don't know. Sorry. I believe it was in the 4+ range, but we'll ask Gary, and he will actually be on in 2 weeks, so we can talk a little bit more in depth. But
well, if you're gonna have corn, you got to have a scarecrow.
he has several.
Other side.
Other side.
Rain on the Scarecrow.
No,
Right here.
no. This is the album. This is the Scarecrow.
Oh, there I see. It looks like bottles back there.
Oh, I thought you were.
Well, there are bottles back there. This is my Indiana. You guys see all this Indiana here?
Indiana
And then, oh, look, it's John Cougar Mellencamp, Indiana's
Johnny
favorite
Cougs.
son.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't like throwing a fucking curveball.
I remember when the Sean Cassidy album was up there.
You have that now. You have
I
that.
do.
You have.
We need to work on getting that signed. He needs to sign it for me.
Okay, I'll work on it.
I like that.
Do you know Sean Cassidy, Kevin? Are you holding out?
No, I don't.
Oh, but I like your confidence. He's like, I
But-
don't really know him. And
Look,
find things.
what else is he doing?
I mean, yeah.
He doesn't have an hour and a half to kill on a random Sunday night to record a bourbon turntable with me. Come on, he's a.
There's-
Oh no! What? Wait, I've got this, Broadway show that I'm headlining. No, you don't. You don't have anything.
No, he doesn't. Yeah. There's a picture of a 7 or 8 year old me wearing a Sean Cassidy T-shirt that my sister has. As mine, something happened to mine at an amusement park or something, and I was wearing her shirt. That was one of her favorite photos. Is me wearing her Sean Cassidy T-shirt in public.
Yeah. When I was in 6th grade, Hardy Boys was at its peak.
Yeah.
And other than my 6th grade class picture, my hair has always been cut like this in this style. Okay. Kindergarten, I don't care. 3rd grade, 8th grade, senior picture, wedding picture. This is it. Except for my 6th grade class picture, my hair was parted in the middle like Sean Cassidy.
I need to see this picture.
Yeah.
It exists. I don't know that I have it. Don't know that I want it.
It can be found.
Were you going more Sean Cassidy or Parker Stevens?
Oh
Or
no,
Stevenson,
Sean
whatever her
Cassidy.
name was.
Parker
Okay.
Stevenson. No, it was Sean Cassidy. Yeah. Yeah, I hated that guy because all the girls liked him. So I thought, well, if I comb my hair like that,
down the middle.
Yeah.
then and no, that didn't work. So I got to be me. The most boring haircut on the planet.
You're
It's got. It's gotten you through. You're all good. All right.
Yeah.
I bet Sean Cassidy doesn't have 2 Johnny Cougs albums by his head.
Well, I've just learned a lot tonight because I had to Google everything y'all were just saying.
Who are these people? Were they presidents?
Wasn't quite that bad, but I was like, all right. So I
No,
know one of
Sean
those is
Cassidy
like
was
a
my first
musician.
concert in the first grade. In the first
Wow.
That's cool.
Oh wow.
See, one of Gavin's favorite bands is coming through in October, and
Is it the Weebles?
Tenacious D?
it's the Interrupters is who it is, and they're playing with the Dropkick Murphys, and I am vaguely tempted to take a 6-year-old to the show, but I probably shouldn't. But at the same time, that's a pretty cool first show.
Put him in a kid backpack.
Like just in case he
No,
falls asleep
seriously.
like a
That
cat.
way so he can be up and he can see, and you don't have to worry
Oh.
about him getting run into. And
We would be on the balcony, but I mean, we could. That's actually
Oh,
not
well,
a bad
yeah.
idea.
I thought you were
like the
taking
pit.
down the
I
pit.
like the pit. It's okay to punch people here.
The pit at a Dropkick Murphy show. That's just
Yeah,
They were one of my.
that's just a bunch of leprechauns fighting, isn't it?
that's right. Yeah, more arrest records than a carnival worker convention.
Any band where something starts and all of a sudden there's like 7 or 8 flags that mysteriously pop up from the crowd around what's going on, and like you said, the leprechauns start a fight in the middle. It's fantastic. I'm sorry. I like that concert. So I gotta temper my expectations. No, he's not going to Gore.
He should go to Gore.
Oh,
Oh, God. I remember. So I made a friend once in college because he came back wearing a white shirt that was just stained to hell and back. And everybody's like, dude, what happened? He's like, I went to a concert last night and like I just got back like 3 minutes before class started. So I'm sorry. And I was like, did you go to a Gwar concert? And he was like, you know what Gwar is? And like everybody else in the class was like, you got something stuck in your throat there, man? And it was just like, yeah, it's a band. They do things. Just leave it alone, right?
yeah, I can't imagine what was all over that shirt. I've been to one of those shows.
Excuse me. Well, Kevin, Shannon, thank you for joining us this evening.
Thank you.
I really appreciate you
Thank you.
taking some time out of your Monday night to hang out with us. And
Look, he's getting more mysterious looking as we go.
I'm like Batman back here.
It's a total eclipse of the patch.
I got that reference.
Hey,
I just found out Hardy Boys was a show. I thought it was like a bunch of books. Like, I'm kind of pumped now.
oh Lord.
We got a lot of old episodes to go watch.
All right, yeah, Netflix is gonna be tearing up. That's awesome.
Wait, where can we stream Hardy Boys?
I don't
Is
know,
that
like live,
possible?
like
I don't
right
know
now.
like I read all the books. I thought that's what y'all were talking about, like height of popularity in 6th grade. I was like, yeah, right. Loved the books in 6th grade. And y'all start talking about these people, and I was like, I don't remember them from the books.
Yeah, you can stream Hardy Boys on the Peacock Network.
Oh wow!
Oh.
I mean, that's like a watch party.
Do you do that and get angry, Kevin?
No, I just had to Google where I could find it. I'm past that now. It's I had a beef with Van Halen for a long time because I thought Valerie Bertinelli was too good for Eddie, and she was my first celebrity crush. But I got over it. I got over it.
I don't think so. I think there's some bitterness still hidden
A little
in there.
bitter.
It's a little bit.
Nope. I'm just saying, Wolfgang looks more like me than Eddie. That's all I can say. I mean, have you seen the guy? I mean,
I just
right.
can't believe you made me sit through the whole show with John Cougar Mellencamp.
You did that to incite people, I think.
Yep.
But
Everybody loved Barbara.
all right. Well, like I said, thank you for joining us. Remember, next week we're going to be talking to MB Roland about the fantastic lineup they have. I know that's one of Mitch's favorite distilleries, if I'm not correct, or at least your craft distillery.
It's just flat out my favorite.
I'm just a big fan. I love some of the stuff there too, so I'm excited to talk to them. We're hoping Mudcat gets healthier quicker too. But the weekend after that, we're going to be talking to Gary from Wood Hat about what we just popped here. Mitch is doing it. I forgot about this, Mitch. You're a madman.
I thought we were going to cheers out on it, so I was going
to. Okay, we will. Yes.
I do have one thing I want to bring up.
I do. I'm sorry. You should have done it at the beginning of the show.
No, it's okay. I just want to make sure I give a shout out because whiskey people are the best people. And I got picked to go on. It wasn't a pick, but it was do blending at Old Road Craft Spirits, which puts out Barrel King. And I just want to say the owners of that place, Rachel and Jared, are two of the absolute nicest people. They invited everyone, 11 strangers, to their house, fed us at their house, had cigars and stuff hung out there, and then for the actual blending to come up with what was going to be released as a blend, had us at the distillery. We were there for about 8 hours. Fed us pizza, lots of samples, great samples, interesting stuff. But again, extremely nice, very welcoming people. They've got they're doing sourcing and releasing single barrels and blends of stuff. Look them up if you're interested. A lot of groups pick them and stuff, but top of the line people as far as whiskey folks. Cannot say enough nice things about them. If you see them, think about the people involved, because that's where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just incredibly nice and hospitable. So once again, proving, like I said, whiskey people are the best people.
There you go. Cool. So
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers on that. And I'm gonna say my thing, but we're gonna wait for Mitch's reaction to what happens here. Just because I don't know, maybe it was the small plastic bottles, but I had a much more visceral reaction to that.
Also, it says American singer-songwriter Tyler Boone, so not country music star.
Well, Fred Minnick called him international recording artist when he had him on his event, which was there's just a lot of fun. But either way, you have to chug for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
I have to go to work at 4 in the morning.
Yeah, that's Shannon did this. She's right. So here, I'll do my blend.
3 seconds. 3 seconds.
3 seconds.
I'll keep it on my mouth for 3 seconds.
No, come on. You got to have a little sip. Come on.
Swirl it forward vigorously into the front of your mouth.
In front of your mouth.
That's what she said.
That's my northern stripper name. I'll keep it on my mouth for 2 seconds. All right.
Did you take the cork off of that?
Yes.
Okay. He just doesn't trust you a little bit.
That would have been hilarious though if I hadn't.
All right. It's not the size of then. Wait, it doesn't matter. Whatever. We love you for stopping in. Thanks for stopping in the My Whiskey Den. Let's see how Mitch deals with this. Cheers, everyone. Chug.
Mitch.
That's us. Yeah.
That was lame.
That was not. We're staying on.
That was the Tyler Boone of chug.
Oh, see that. Wait. Here's the deal. I didn't do this right. Mitch, you got to do it again. We got to do it this way.
Yeah.
Do it again. One more time.
Just drink
one more
like
time.
An ounce of that. Like,
Come on, Mitch. It's got to be
We're all going to do it now. Everyone cheers.
Yeah.
Come on,
do a homegrown chug.
That's my Southwestern stripper name.
All right. Cheers, everyone. Have a good evening.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Bitch
Go,
is
go,
gonna
go.
die.
You got serious there. See?
I have an alibi.
little bit of caramel. Fake blueberry. Very fake. Oh, very fake blueberry. Lots of tannins. I don't have any water left.
I think we have a new segment.
Make Mitch get too drunk to go to work tomorrow? That's not a good
No.
segment.
Mitch chugs.
That's very, very unpleasant.
That's his Canadian
Chug.
stripper.
Ooh, chug notes.
Chug notes.
Instead of chub notes.
All right, ladies
It's
and
not
gentlemen.
going away, man.
No, that was the problem with it. So good. I'm sorry. Good luck, Mitch. All right. Thank you everyone for stopping in for the corn tasting. We will see you next week, and let's have another one of these coming up soon. It's good to see everyone here again. Cheers. Have a good evening.
Cheers.
Let's get into it. 1, 2, 3.